here, craft challenge. We are joined today by Naomi Garcia, and we are going to be learning how to do hydro dip sublimation, which this is my first time doing it. So I'm very excited. We would love to hear where you're from, what you're crafting, and we are going to choose one winner during this live broadcast to win a free Sublimation Camp ticket. So make sure you are commenting on any of our 3 channels in the live chat. We can see them all on the back end here. And we are really excited to get crafting. Naomi, you want to tell us what we need to get crafty?
Yes, let's get going. We are going to be working with Artistry Supplies. Now, Artistry is awesome, guys. If you didn't know, it's like the original OG creators of craft sublimation, right? So they've got the inks and the markers, and what else do we have? We have markers, ink, and just blanks and different things that the paint. The paint, that's my favorite. How did I forget the paint?
It's like it's all sublimation without a computer, which is what's like, or without a printer.
Right.
Or a computer, I guess. And it's just one of those things that's so great for people who just don't want to invest in the sublimation printer yet, and you can do all the sublimation stuff.
Right. And even though I have more than one sublimation printer, I fall back to Artistry a lot of times, especially with my kids, because it's easy for them to do. I'm also a preschool teacher, so getting my preschoolers involved in this and my homeschool kids, it's really awesome. So today what we're going to be doing during Sublimation Camp, I did a video on how to use Artistry products to do a sublimation keychain. So I'm going to show you that, but I'm going to kind of shift it up a little bit because we're going to be doing hydro dip. Shift, Corey with the shift. We're going to be shifting it up a little bit. We're going to do some hydro dip. It's like faux hydro dip, but it's still fun. And so I'm going to show you how to get some effects going there. And then I'm going to actually be doing this onto coasters to match with some wine glasses that I made. I did have keychains. I do have keychains, but I'll tell you the story about that later. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be using the sublimation inks for that. So we're going to be using the Artistry ink. There you go. Corey's got it going on. And they come in all different colors. I have my variety right here. And what I like to do is choose 2 to 3 colors. 2 to 3 colors whenever I'm doing this project. So whenever y'all want to get ready, let me know and I will bring my stuff out and we can get going.
Yeah, so I love Artistry products as well. I use them regularly on my YouTube channel. And I would love to hear in the comments, like, you all need to comment to enter to win if you're joining us live, but let us know if you've used anything from Artistry. We would love to hear that. And also, if you don't know, right now, Artistry is it 20% off, Naomi?
Today is 20% off. Yes. So every day has been a different thing. Yesterday was 10% off. Today is 20% off of sublimation supplies. Tomorrow is 30% off of blanks. And then we have a surprise sale going on from Thursday through Monday, actually. So today, 20%
if you
off.
are like, if you watch this and you're like, okay, I need this ink in my life, then pick it up today, artistry.com. And the link is in the description below the YouTube video on any of our channels. So you can head there and pick it up.
Yes. But wait, guys, don't leave yet. You got to wait till we're finished. And then you go do that. Put in your card.
Yeah. Let's see how to use it.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want to get started, Naomi, and just like walk us through the process?
Yeah. Okay. Yes, let me walk you through the process. So super simple. This is Artistry makes it so easy for this. We're going to be using, this is regular copy paper. Now in my video, I use watercolor paper because it's thicker and it holds it. But watercolor paper is also textured. So you'll get that texture when you transfer your design also, which is fine if you like that. But today I'm going to show you how it looks with just copy paper. So this is just plain copy paper. You walk into Walmart, you walk into anywhere, you get your Rima paper, you go over to your printer, open up the drawer, the door, get a sheet out. That's all you need, a sheet of paper.
I think a sheet of cardstock, and it seems so far to work just fine. So
it works fine too. Yeah.
I generally use mixed media paper because it doesn't fall apart if you get it too wet. So I just keep some of it on hand. So literally any paper is what I always say.
Cool. Any paper works. So then you're going to need some water. I have a little tub of warm water here. It doesn't need to be huge, just enough to fit your paper. Because we're doing small keychains, so this is an Artistry keychain that I had done before with some sublimation. But because this is so small, you don't need a big sheet of paper. So all you need, this is actually cut in half. You can even go in quarters if you wanted to, so that you can dip it differently. So you need your water, your paper. You're going to need some heat tape. I'm using Artistry heat tape. You're going to need your heat source. I'm going to be using my no longer made Cricut mini press, my small press. And then you're going to need your blank, and you're going to need your inks that Corey was showing you also. We're also going to be needing some protective paper because you want to protect your surface and your heat press when we get ready to press.
You also might want a weeding hook if your blank has a film on it.
A cover. Yeah. A protective film on it. Yeah. So I had mentioned that I worked through my keychain. So I'm using something, and that's the thing. You don't have to have artistry blanks to work with artistry products. As long as they're sublimation blanks, you can use any of this iron-on ink, and it works out perfectly. So to show that, I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to be using coasters, but I'm also going to be using some other keychains. These are keychains also similar to the artistry ones, but these are sublimation keychains as well. Okay. So they're a little bit smaller, and they're single-sided, but we're going to use this. Make sure they are sublimation. Another thing you might want is just a small little lint roller to clean off that debris and stuff from your blank. Okay.
Corey's going to get a lint roller. And I saw someone said no longer made when you talked about the Easy Press. So she's talking about the small Easy Press. I have the Maker Flow version here. The small little Easy Press isn't made by Cricut anymore. The regular 9x9 and 12x10 are.
Perfect.
And I am going to
I'm going to lower my camera.
Yep.
There we go.
Yay.
So here's my little tub of water. This is so fun, guys. I love this so much. So I don't know what colors you all want to see. What colors are you using, Angie and Corey?
I'm going to use pink and purple.
I'm using
I like pink and purple.
I'm using green, blue, and purple. I want to see if I can get kind of a teal. We'll see.
So that'll be pretty. I went earlier when I did mine, I did black because I've never done black with the Hydro Dip before, but I used black. It came out pretty cool. Black and pink, and then black and red. But for this one, I think I'm going to go ahead, just so that we all have different results. I'm going to use blue, and let's try yellow. Let's do blue and yellow. Okay. I will say what I like to do when I Hydro Dip. Now I got to come down here because I lowered my camera. I like to put my darker color first, because if not, what happens, it ends up on top, and then it kind of overpowers everything. Okay. So
I learned this the hard way with the black that I did over here that I already have dried. I had like this beautiful pink and yellow thing, and then I did one black, and the pink and yellow went over to the side. I was like, oh, so I had to put pink and yellow on top of it again.
Yeah. So if you're crazy like me and you just love doing, you don't mind getting messy, you're good. If not, you might want to put on gloves and an apron. And if you have kids around, they'll love this. This is perfect science project also. Okay. So shake them up. You're going to get your 2 inks. You're going to shake up your inks. That's my heat press telling me it hasn't been used. Okay. So I have blue and yellow.
It's very hot over here.
Corey's like, hurry up, Naomi. I'm sweating here. So take your color. It only takes a couple of drops. So I'm going to do maybe just do this here. Drop here. And I'm going to spread out my drops. Now you're going to see that the ink looks like it goes to the bottom, which it does. But the color is actually diffusing to the top. Okay. Which is good. Then take your next color, shake it up. And then just a drop wherever you want it. And it's really cool because you start seeing like a marble effect. Maybe that one kind of went out a lot. There we go.
Is that one of your dogs, Angie?
So for those of you that do not know, I have 3 puppies, and they have apparently decided that right now is playtime right outside of the window. So it's fine. It's fine.
My tree cutting slowed down, so now you get to be the one that has all the noise today.
And that's what I was worried about. I was like, okay, I have one of my dogs right outside. I told my kids, if you guys hear her bark, you need to go out the back door, run around and get her.
It's I'm live, so they're like, oh, it's playtime.
I kind of got scared there at first. I thought that was my dog. I was like, oh no.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Now,
so this step is
a little bit.
Say again, Corey?
I think I might swirl mine a little bit.
I was going to say that. The next step is optional. If you have like a popsicle stick or something, you can put in there and then just do a quick swirl. I wouldn't do too much, disturb it too much, because then it just all blends together. But like I put my stick in here and then just do a quick swirl and that's it.
Okay.
Oh, and that marble mixed so well.
I used my Cricut scoring tool for that.
You know what? What I mean, come on. If they're not multi-use tools, what are they? Come on.
Right. I used one of these to clean out gunk. We bought a house a while back, and I used this one to clean out the gunk that was like in the corners of the kitchen cabinets. It worked out really well. So good use
Because it's sharp, it's thin, you can get it in there.
Right?
When you like the look of the surface, okay, so you're not going to dip your paper all the way in there. You're looking at the surface. When you like the look of the marble, the swirl, if you don't like it, you can add some more. That's why I always say do a little bit at a time because you can't take out, right? But you can add some more if you want to later. Take your paper. This one's folded, so let me get a different one. Actually, no. I'm going to tear this one in half. And instead of dropping straight down, I like to curve it, kind of like the taco method when we're doing our transfer tape, and then just drop it down on top of the surface of the water. When it touches in the middle, let it go, and then pick it right back up. Look at this, guys. Woo! I love it.
So pretty.
Now, this is curling up so bad because it's just copy paper, but it's still going to work out. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, I'm going to put it down just on top of my desk to let it dry. So you can actually do another dip here, but if you want to just add a little bit more color, you can. I'm just going to add a little bit more yellow.
I'm going to go grab another piece of paper.
Okay.
I'm going to make this one more pink. We'll see what happens.
It's all about experience. You know, that's what I love about crafting. You know what? You just experiment with it. And that's what I really love about you guys, this challenge, is because we learn so much in Sublimation Camp, but to put it into practice, we're afraid to try it without somebody there to help us. But it's okay. So, okay, I'm going to dip this one with more yellow on top.
Oh,
it's going to
be
don't they come out beautiful?
Look at this.
Oh, I like that one.
That's so pretty. Here's my other one.
Second one I did over here is pretty too. I'm putting these actually under my heat press, not closed, but open so that they can dry a little faster.
Yes, that's like the smartest way.
I was going to say you could also use a heat gun, hit it with a heat gun if you wanted to do that. Okay, so I'm done with that. I'm going to put this to the side. Hope that we don't spill it on anything.
We were saying that you can't trust us around water crafts.
You can't. No. Okay, so then are you ready to go on, ladies?
Yep.
Yeah, I think
all right. Okay, so I'm going to actually bring out my prepared ones because I had done these dips before ahead of time.
I did some this morning.
Yep, I did some this morning.
So this one is, you can see the marble with the splash. So in effect, what you're doing, everyone, is you're making your own sublimation paper. This is your very own sublimation paper. Anything that can be sublimated, you can iron this onto however you want to, and you'll be good to go. Yours, they say that yours looks like a snail, Corey.
It does look a little bit like a snail, this one here.
It's cute. So once they dry, you kind of look, it is cute. It does look like a snail. So showing you guys this one. This is one of the ones I use black in, but I put the black first, then I add more. So you have that gray background look.
Yeah, this one has black in it as well.
I like how vibrant yours looks, Corey. That looks awesome. Okay, so for the next step, what we're going to do is grab your blank and your paper, your dried paper. And with your blank, I'm going to do two. I'm doing two of the plastic keychains. I just dropped one, so I need to pick it up.
I'm going to do this like maple wood one from Artistry, so that way they can see like what it looks like. It's not white.
Mine are from another brand because I can't find my Artistry ones because I was in the middle of moving things around. I don't think mine has a plastic film. We're going to find out.
It's going to shrivel up.
It could go very wrong over here.
But that's okay.
I can't seem to pull anything up when I scratch it. So
I'm going to grab a pencil, and what I'm going to do is just figure out where I want my designs to land. So Artistry does have the keychains.
That's the toughest part for me. Is like
it is the toughest
choosing the favorite area.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of like both of these, but okay. I'm gonna go here. And then save your paper because you can use it for other projects, whatever parts that you don't use for this project. And here.
Oh,
So we're going to use a pencil to trace. It won't transfer. And there we go. Okay. And then, yeah, you need your scissors to kind of cut out. I like to leave a border around it. I'd love to know in the comments who's already tried this.
have you guys done
Or
this?
who
This is
wants
really
to
fun.
try it even after this?
So once that's done, grab your blanks and just kind of clean them up a little bit. Now, artistry blanks, the keychains from artistry are double-sided, so you can use both sides. You can actually sublimate on both sides of those, which is really neat.
Yes,
And then you're going to put it, yeah, face down, center it where you had it, put it face down on your paper.
This is one of the biggest mistakes I make in sublimation is putting
What is that?
like putting the blank on top with the image underneath instead of flipping it over.
Yeah.
Like the number of times I have done that is comical, where I'm like, why didn't it sublimate?
Oh, when you get ready to press it?
Yeah, like I pressed it and I pull it out and it barely sublimates, but it's because I have it upside down and it's not actually getting to the image.
Yeah. So we're doing it face down. So you have your blank and your blank is against your paper where you have your design. Okay. So this one.
Didn't reset my heat.
If we're using artistry blanks, the plastic and the wood ones are 400 for, I think, 45 seconds. I wrote it down. But if you're not using
I have the
artistry,
wood as 60. I don't know if that's right or not.
the keychain 400, yeah, 400 for 60 seconds.
Okay.
But if you're not using, just be sure to check the manufacturer instructions. There we go. This is so
And
fun.
I put a sheet on both sides of mine, and I'm going to sublimate one side and flip it and sublimate the other because I'm lazy and don't like to like peel it and then heat the other side.
Okay, so then
You did both sides, Angie? You put something on both sides?
Yeah. So I usually put the print on both sides and then sublimate it.
Okay, so now you saw Angie put hers. All of Angie's friends will know that that's protective paper. This is the artistry siliconized paper, and this protects your heat press. Yes, we love it so much, guys. This is sublimation. Hold on, I see my face when I say that. It's on sale, 20% off. Go get some. But not yet. That's we're done.
Yes,
I want to take a screenshot of that.
Stocked up on paper now. Don't need it.
Yes, you are going to need it. And you know what? Not just for artistry. You can use it all the time.
Okay, so someone asked about my cutter. I get asked about this all the time. It's from a company called Chic Wrap. You can get it on Amazon, and you literally open it up, and you just plop the roll of protective paper in there, and then it's really for your kitchen, but you just put your paper through there, and then it has a slice cutter on it, and it's my favorite thing ever in the world.
That is awesome.
I am using
so awesome.
all things. It's not from Artistry because I'm actually out of their paper, but I've been using. I got a set of these are for mugs, for wrapping mugs, but I never make 11-ounce mugs because I don't want to drink a wimpy cup of coffee. So I buy these all the time for 15-ounce mugs, but I have this like set of 11-ounce mugs that I've never used. So that's what I'm using today. I folded it in half.
I use those a lot for small blanks that aren't mugs because it's just super small and you don't waste anything.
Less wasteful, yeah.
Okay, let me set up to press. So here's my art. This is also sublimation supply, guys. I believe this is on sale as well. 20% off the mat. Again, we love the mat. We love the mat.
Yeah, again, if you watch Angie's YouTube channel, she uses the black mat all the time.
just so much more solid than any of the other mats. So especially when you're doing
Mhm.
sublimation, you're not going to get any of that like give that you get with like a Cricut Easy Press mat. So
Right.
it's
Yep.
just so much better.
So once your heat press is ready, we're gonna make our sublimation sandwich. It's the paper and then your let me turn it the other way so I can get it right.
Yeah, see?
I was gonna flip the whole thing, but I said that might be confusing. So it's the paper, then your blank with your design at the very top. You want your design on the top because that's what's going to come into contact with your heat source. And that's what you need. That's what Corey was talking about. That's why sometimes things will sublimate. And then another sheet of paper on top. Okay, so you can do both of these at one time. And then when you're ready, you just let it go.
Set my giant heat press here.
So
Mine
my
is-
little press turned itself off. So I'm going to sit here and wait for it to heat back.
Turn it back up.
Sorry.
Ooh,
Did
it's
it
actually
give
a little
you a
cooler
warning?
with the heat press closed. If I turn bright red and have a hot flash, you guys will know. It's the heat press as well.
That's what it is. It's a heat press.
Now's a good time. If anyone has any questions about anything, a great time to ask
Mhm.
them. Like we're happy to answer them as we go along, like completely informal.
I'm really happy. Like,
And
with
yes,
the way
the black
these
mat
dry.
is best for sublimation.
I was gonna say I'm really happy with
Oh,
the
go
way
ahead.
these
Sorry.
dried underneath my heat press. So I just didn't close the heat press. I just set it on the base, and this is almost fully dry now. So I could.
That's
use it.
that's an awesome idea. What do you think you're gonna make with that one?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I want to make something larger now because it looks a little bit like a snail. I don't know. I've got all sorts of. Oops, I gotta open my heat press. Oh gosh, my drawer runs right into my thing of water. So let's just not open the drawer on the heat press.
That would be bad. Okay, mine's ready. Moment of truth, ladies. Moment of truth. I'm gonna do a peek test. Okay. Oh, I can already see it. If you can see your
Oh, it's
design
so
coming up
hot.
through the other side, that's a good sign. I love it. I like this a lot. Okay,
I
I'm
literally
gonna flip
can't.
mine over. Let me
Okay.
see.
Ooh, so fun. Okay.
Would it work with sublimation printer ink? I don't know.
I don't know.
I've not done that.
Blanket
Ready?
is so stinking hot. I don't want to burn
Are you
myself.
ready? Look at this one.
Cute.
I love it.
I'm going to press the other
Okay.
side of mine.
There, I made you bigger, Naomi, if you want to show us again.
Okay. Here it is. So here's
It's so
one part.
fun. Oh, I'm going to press the other side of mine and then I'll share. This brand of blank stays hot very long, and I don't need fingerprints. It's fine.
You know, and Angie's the only safe one. Angie has her heat gloves.
Well,
Corey and I are like this. Like, oh. It's like when you burn yourself with the glue gun.
always.
I burn myself
Yes,
too much, so a heat glove it is.
So, whoops. Here are these two.
Oh, cute.
I'm
right,
gonna
I'm
show.
So good.
The other side of this one now.
Let me do something else real quick. So another blank, and the blanks will be on sale tomorrow, are the coasters. These are the polished coasters. I'm gonna actually do this one. I'm gonna get my heat press ready. And this is 400 for 60 seconds, so it shouldn't take too much longer. Because I wanted to show another thing that you can do with this.
I'm going to go grab my
This thing.
gloves. When this comes out, I don't die.
Yep. I'm gonna make myself big here.
There you go. Let me see
And
yours.
there's mine.
Oh man,
That's cool.
that
Looks
is
so cool.
fire! I love
And I
it.
did both sides. So I flipped it over and I did the other side.
That is pretty.
Cool.
Oh, love it. Okay, real quick. Can I show the other thing I was going to show with the coasters, Angie? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, go ahead.
So another supply. I don't know if anybody's seen the the mask is the mask, right? The heat mask. So I use a mask. I'm making a set of coasters for a friend. And so what I did, this is paper that I had already dipped. I traced out my coasters and then I put their last name. But remember, because it's going to be sublimation, I had to mirror. So I use the mask. I use my cutting machine to mirror their last names with the mask. And so now we're going to go ahead and...
It looks correct for us because you are mirrored.
I didn't even ask that, in the beginning. I should have checked that. So I'm going to put it face down on here, just like we did before. Corey, did you do where's my tape? The other side of yours?
I did. I'm taking it out now because I don't have fingerprints, and so I'm like, ah. Okay, so yes, I have my gloves here. Yeah, tape everywhere. Yeah, so here's mine.
I want to see.
Turned
The
out really-
yellow looks so pretty there.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think I'm gonna do this other one I just made just because I've got it here and it feels nice and dry to me. So I think I might make another one. But yeah, I really like how the pink and the I don't know. I think it's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
You look at things and you're like, I made that, and nobody else could make that because they're all unique.
Right. You know what? You can't even repeat the same. If you even use the same pattern and you try to repeat the same, just yourself, you're not going to get the same effect all the time. It's really crazy. Okay. I can't reuse this paper, guys, because it has some ink on it. So I'm going to throw that piece away and get a new piece. So a piece on the bottom, my coasters with my design on top.
I'm going to try Angie's method here, and I'm going to press two at the same time.
Okay, and then let's go. Let's put these on. So while that's working, because I have crafting ADHD, I had also cut out, I did some vinyl for my keychains. So I have mom on one and dad on the other one. So let me just read that out real quick.
You.
So cute. Somebody asked, I saw a question that I feel like we need to answer. I'm getting a Canon Pixma for Christmas. I don't think you can use sublimation ink in that printer. Somebody said you can use it in a Canon, but the way that Canons work is different from the way that Epsons work. The way that the heat is applied, you can really only use Hippo or other sublimation ink in a Epson EcoTank.
That's true. Okay, here's my...
Somebody was trying to tell me they did it with their Canon, and I was like, I don't think you did, but
I don't think you did.
You're crazy. So I have no idea.
Let me just put this back under. We do the peak test so we can put it back under if it didn't go all the way. Okay. I just weeded my mom and dad. That's what I did. Mom and dad, they're backwards for you all. I just realized.
They look fine for us because you're backwards. Your shirt says tough stuff instead of hot stuff.
So here's the story.
Okay, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say that we all managed to wear shirts today that are from our merch shop, our Crafting Camp's merch shop. So we have the hot stuff t-shirt with the heat press that Naomi's wearing. I have my Minding My Own Small Business shirt, and Angie's wearing her Sublimation Camp shirt. And I think all three of those are available in our merch shop, which is craftingcamps.com/merch, right? That's it.
I'm going to put this to the side.
Taking a wild guess.
I'm pretty sure. I think the link is probably in the description below the YouTube video.
It's link.craftingcamps.com/merch. I'm almost positive that's it. I've said it enough in the podcast that I feel like I should know it by now.
So with your sublimation, when you do your sublimation, and you can always put vinyl on top, right? So here's this keychain. I'm going to add, actually this one, the one that has less pink. I'm going to put dad on that one.
It's a fun idea.
So you're like layering. If you guys know me, you know I have a hard time sticking to just one thing. We're
Well, it's
always
also because it's so hard to write backwards, right? Like if you're trying to write a name or a message or whatever,
it
it's so much easier to do it.
is. And it's like, man, never mind. I don't want to do this no more. Messed up my whole project trying to write backwards. Okay. So there's dad. And then here's mom. And then we just put the hardware on them and we have matching keychains.
So
How
cute.
cool is that? How cool. Okay, let me do the coasters real quick.
Yeah, somebody asked if peeking gauze is ghosting, and it can. I'm not as worried about it on a project like this. I'm the most worried about it on like text.
Something in sublimate a second time instead of vinyl.
Linda, you can't use sublimation ink in your Canon Pixma. It's the process that the printer uses to put down the ink. I believe in the Canon uses heat, which then causes a problem with the sublimation ink. The Epson EcoTank printers do not use that same ink laydown process, and so they are the ones you can use for sublimation.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dee, for adding the merch link. I think it's on my channel. I don't know if it's on anybody else's.
Here we go.
Oh, cool. Those are fun. They almost look like marble or, some interesting brand.
Yeah, so
Or,
that's the effect we got
geode.
with the Hydro Dip. Mm-hmm. And I only use 2 colors again. I just use the gray and the black and the pink, I think, on these. And then they come out. So they're perfect.
They look so good. I'm
Just burning myself on a live. You're fine, Corey.
I mean, I have my gloves on. I can feel it through. Particular brand of blanks is like the hottest blank I've ever used.
I can't wait.
All right, so we've had some questions, and yes, this is sublimation ink. It's from Artistry, and that's ARTESPRIX, and the link is in the description below the YouTube video, so you can head there, head to Artistry, grab supplies, ink, whatever, to make the project. They do have a kit, a Hydro Dip kit, and you can get to pick a couple colors of ink, and it comes with some blanks and the stuff that you would need to make this project. So you could pick that up if you wanted to, like, a kit to make specifically what we're making.
Yeah. And Linda says she's going to send her printer back. Yes, you just want to get any EcoTank printer, any Epson EcoTank printer, then you'll be able to convert it to sublimation. All right, I did mine. I've got 2 sides here.
And then is it best to allow...
Look at that purple. Oh, that purple and green is popping. I love it.
So fun. I love how these
are you going to put anything on them? Are you going to add anything to them, Corey?
I honestly have not thought about it, but I might. They turned out so cute. Yeah, I feel like both of mine here are like super
Those are really nice.
Love it.
Yay. This was so fun.
Okay.
So, and then I had done
just a quick question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
These I just did the initials and I just cut out with the paper itself after you can see it here. I just with my cutting machine I just cut, but I cut it mirrored. It doesn't matter with these letters too much. Mirrored, because remember when you're sublimating you got to do mirrored. And then I just put them on here. So we have the H and the S to go with their coasters. There we go. All these things you could do making your own Hydro Dip paper, y'all. Get you some Artistry.
Really I like the process of the actual like putting the paper in and seeing what you got, because you can't see as much of the ink that's sitting on the surface. It looks, you're like, okay, I hope this works, and then you're like, what?
Yeah, so true. Allow the blank to cool or take it off directly after heating.
It depends on the blank and how much time I have. Angie likes to peel them all hot. Angie's like, give it to me hot. And I, a lot of times will wait for it to cool, but it really doesn't matter. I feel like I have a bigger chance of things ghosting if I peel them while they're hot.
I peel everything hot, so it's fine. Do you have to use sublimation paper to do this project? And the answer is no. Literally any paper. I think we all use different paper. Naomi used copy paper, regular copy paper out of your printer. Corey used a white cardstock. I used a mixed media paper, watercolor paper. If you have white paper, you can make this project work.
Yep.
Let's see. Have any other questions?
Leslie.
And then make sure you are commenting. If you've joined us late, we are giving away a free all-access pass to Sublimation Camp, which is going to still run through the end of July, I think. And so we can get you a pass. You leave a comment. And yeah, so you can just tell us where you are. Just leave us an emoji. It doesn't matter. We just want to know you're there.
And
thank you, everybody. I'm seeing
Naomi, do you want to?
Yeah.
Oh, do you
Go
want to
ahead.
explain how you do the mask part real quick, and like we can pick
Yes.
a winner while you're explaining that?
Absolutely. Okay, so here's how I did the mask. I cut. This is the artistry mask, the heat mask, and it's heat resistant, which is very important, just like the heat resistant tape, right? And so what I did was I cut the names that I wanted off the mask in mirrored. Okay, so I mirrored them, and then I took them, and I just did it one by one since it wasn't such a big thing, and I could just kind of curve it how I wanted to. And you just put them, make sure it's reversed. You just lay it down on your sublimation paper on the same side that the design is on, and that's all you do. And so anything that's masked will not print. So that's why the name comes out white, because I masked it so that none of the ink would come through there.
Yeah. And I wanted to point out that Naomi's video is backwards. So what we are seeing is reversed. Okay. Looks correct to us. I just want to make sure people know that it needs to be reversed, even though it's looking backwards on your camera.
Yes, exactly.
That I was going to do a resist mask like that with a sublimation. It was a sublimation paper that they don't even make anymore, but it's kind of like infusible ink. You can do that with infusible ink and those things as well too. We're basically making our own infusible ink here is what we're doing.
That's exactly what, that's what I like about this too. You do your own. You don't have a color, you don't have a pattern you want, go make your own.
Make your own.
Super quick. Yeah.
So Artistry actually said that sublimation, they've seen it done with the sublimation paint as well. So you could do it with both.
Yes. So that was the other process you could do. When I use the sublimation paint, I put 2 parts paint and 1 part glue. And I can't remember why I did the glue, but I think it's because I was coming off of learning how to do paint pouring with just regular acrylic paint. And those came out really nice too. Those come out really awesome.
Super fun.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody asked if it's a special vinyl, and yes, it is, because it needs to be able to withstand the heat. And that's why you're not going to be wanting to use regular vinyl, because if you put that in a 400-degree heat press, it's going to be lumpy.
So again, this is backwards. I understand. But it's a heat-resistant heat mask. Transfer masks. And this is part of the sublimation supplies that are on sale for 20% off.
Get yourself some masks. I actually might grab some because I don't have any of that.
Go get you some masks. Go get you some masks. Tomorrow, go load up on blanks.
So today is tape, right? Because Artistry's tape is awesome.
Oh, man. The tape is amazing. Yes. Go get your tape today. Go get your mat. Don't forget your mat. It's part of the supplies.
Here I go.
20% off. And they come in different sizes. But yeah, get your mat.
Yeah, I've got a little one over here. I love this mat. I use it all the time.
Yeah.
And if you get sublimation ink on it, you'll never know because it's black.
That's why I like it being black.
Cool. Do you have any more questions?
Okay. Use this method to make a cup? Like if you put the water and then you did like the full dip, could you? No, because you wouldn't, because you'd need to be able to put it on paper. So you
but you can do that if you use like alcohol inks and you're doing it like with a regular cup. So I've done it. You base with a spray paint or acrylic paint, base it white or whatever color. Well, white. It's got to be white. And then you just dip it in there. So you have your water, and then you put your alcohol ink or your paint. You can even do spray paint in there, and you do the dip come up. Yep. It's beautiful. I have one. You guys want to see it?
Yeah. That's a non-sublimation project, but it would be super fun to make. I've always wanted to do some of that dipping. I just haven't had a chance with the bajillion other crafts that I do.
Okay. Our winner really quickly is Anna Alvarez. Anna, if you are watching this, you have won an all-access pass to Sublimation Camp. If you will email us at help@sublimationcamp.com, let us know that you won the pass during the live. We will get you access to everything you need.
Yay!
Okay, show us,
Anna,
Naomi.
Congratulations. So these are the non-sublimation ones that you do with just regular paint.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna
dip.
Yeah.
I'm
I know,
telling you guys, I have so
people do
many.
the
I have got so much stuff going on over here that. But yes, those are
I'm
those.
bringing my 9th laser into my craft room, so I understand
Woohoo!
Okay.
Oh, and Anna also
Someone
gets a
asked,
sublimation starter kit.
someone asked about the reverse stamps, and I have them if we want to kind of explain it, maybe.
The reverse
I've got mine
stamps.
too.
I don't have reverse stamps.
Mhm.
Yes, so somebody did ask, like, she meant to do paper and then use it on a cup. Like, yes, you could totally do that. Yes.
I
I
have
do
that
not
one
know
here?
where my stamps are.
I've got one here. I've got some here.
Oh, there we go. Yay.
So it does. It looks
So
different
what's gonna
because I
happen?
am reversed. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll say that so many times.
Okay, so this one says friend. Go ahead, Angie. I'll hold it up and you explain it.
Okay, it's going to be different because what you want it to do is stamp backwards on your paper so that when you sublimate it, it will be forward. So
That's cool.
regular stamps would, of course, stamp in the correct direction. So you wouldn't want that. So their reverse stamps basically will spell friend in that case backwards once you stamp it. And then once you sublimate it, it will read in the correct direction.
That is a
So a
cool
little
thing. I
bit
haven't seen
weird.
this yet.
Yes, but you need reverse stamps. Or if I use the stamp pads all the time, but if you have stamps like regular craft stamps that don't have words, you can just use the stamp pads to make it sublimation. But if your stamps have words, that causes an issue. So that's why Artistry has reverse stamps for that.
Very cool.
The other option is to use the plate. What is it called? The mirror plate. I'm not good with the mirror plate at all.
I was going to explain that, but I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, I've used it and I'm like, okay, Artistry, can I change my project this month because I can't use this mirror plate?
So there is a plate and you can you stamp on it and then it's very strange. And then you transfer that design to another, but I can't get it to work right. So I don't
know. What else?
Let's see. Oh, I'm glad we helped Linda. Excellent. We see a lot of people, both Angie and I, and probably Naomi, have videos on our channels about converting an Epson printer to sublimation. So you can find those.
You can use butcher paper as protected paper. I personally like the Artistry paper. Couple of reasons. I feel like I can use it more times without it turning brown. So I feel like butcher paper turns brown very quickly and it can turn like white blanks brown. Whereas protected paper from Artistry, I can use it multiple times. So it's like a siliconized paper. As long as I don't get ink on it, I've reused it many, many times without it turning brown and nasty. Eventually, I have to toss it, but I like the ability to reuse it more than once. I feel like the butcher paper, it almost turns brown the first or second time I use it. So
I almost never reuse butcher paper. I use it a lot, but I almost never use it.
Yeah. So yes, you can use butcher paper, but I like the Artistry protected paper. It's all I use, basically.
Anybody have any more questions? This was super fun. I like doing these because sometimes it's a craft I've never done before. And I feel like I do all the crafts. And so when I get to do something I haven't done before, it makes me happy.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is the Artistry inks are specifically formulated to do this project. Whereas if you use sublimation ink out of your printer, it would not be. So would it work? I don't know. But I do know that these inks are formulated to do projects
and
like
with
this.
the sublimation ink out of your printer, you have CMYK. You've got 4 choices for colors. With Artistry, you have, I don't know, I've got 10 colors sitting here on my desk. I think 9 colors.
I don't even know what all of
these. You can still mix them. You can, Same, Angie. Yeah. I'm dropping stuff over there. Yeah. All these and then more that I haven't taken out yet. But yeah.
What is that little case you have?
So I think this is a Tim Holtz. I'm not sure. I got it from, no, it's a Ranger Inks. I got it from Michael's. And it's for alcohol inks. Of course, I got it when it was like 40% off. You know, I don't need this. So I bought it. And then guess what? I got these inks and I needed it. So it worked out.
I'm like, I got to go get one of those because I now have all these little ink bottles.
Yeah, it works out really well. Whoops, sorry, ladies.
All right. That's all the questions I see. I
Aloha.
feel like we're done.
Yeah, this was fun, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining us, Naomi.
Thanks for having me, and everybody check out Artistry. There's the cool. Can I just plug them one more time?
Yep.
With when you look on the website, there's inspiration on every page. You can on every blank, just click on there. You can find articles to the blog, how to make different things. But also, if you ever forget, you have your blanks or whatever, you forget, how do I do this? Right there on the blank, you click on there, you go, and it has the directions exactly. How much time, how much temperature, any tips for pressing it. So it's a really good site. So check out the Artistry site, and you can find Artistry across all social media at artistry.com.
Yeah. And Artistry, just for those of you who spelling doesnx sound how it is, it's A-R-T-E. Nope, I can't do it off the top of my head.
Yes, you were right. A-R-T-E-S-P-R-I-X.
Yeah.
Artistbricks.
Artistbricks.
And if you have the all access pass to Sublimation Camp, you can check out Naomi's full video where she explains this in detail, and as well as all the other sublimation projects we have within Sublimation and DTF Camp. So be sure to use that all access pass. That's what this whole thing is all about. If you have the all access pass, use it, get creative, make some hydro dip, anything this holiday season.
And then show it to us in our Facebook group. So we have a Sublimation Camp Facebook group. So if you're in that group, show us pictures of what you've made. We'd love to see it.
And if you don't have your all access pass, you can get it at sublimationcamp.com. And we have a coupon code for you right now. It's GetCrafty7, and it gets you $20 off the all access pass through December 6th is when I ran that through. So be sure to use that coupon code before December 6th. Grab your all access pass, watch Naomi's video and all the other videos.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next